question is for the guys. So, why don't men approach women anymore?
So what's inappropriate? You got your game. You got a game. Watching your son play. Is that inappropriate?
If you're not interested, it's always inappropriate. So the thing is, no, it's true. If you're into somebody, it'll be the greatest thing you've ever heard. If it's a guy you have no interest in, you will be like, get away from me right now. My son's on the court.
She's right, because if the woman is not interested in you, then it doesn't matter what you do.
Women are failing men. Ladies, the reason that no man is approaching you is because of you, not them. I did the dirty work and asked men why they were afraid to talk to you and got over 5,000 responses. And there was definitely a common theme. Let's read some. I would say fear of rejection and being humiliated in front of everyone.
It's okay to turn a guy down, that's fine. But when you go out of your way to embarrass the guy, that's just taking it too far. And a lot of you women are doing that.
Current culture feels like I will be perceived as a creep for talking to a girl I don't know.
Yeah, that's what she sees you as automatically if she's not interested in you. I'm just surprised some guys still try to approach Western women.
Rejection, maybe. Ending up on TikTok, if you get my drift.
I'm literally shaking right now because I just had a man approach me in a parking lot and it went fine. And I'm going to tell you why it went fine and how to address it, because it was in a book I read and this is how you're supposed to address it, but it scared me.
So you got to read a book on how to stop men from approaching you or how to handle yourself in that position.
But it scared me. I'm literally shaking.
Bruh.
So this guy, I am alone with my son, by myself, a woman, and a male approached me in a parking lot. He's, excuse me, miss, and I don't know why in the hell he was approaching me or what he was trying to do. And before he was probably 30 feet from me when he said, excuse me, ma'am.
I get it, but it doesn't even sound like the guy was that close.
And I turned around and I literally yelled at him and I said, do not approach me. And he immediately started going in the other direction. And I just kept saying it over and over and over. I said, do not approach me. Do not approach me.
No, God, please, no, no.
This is why you don't approach those women. Some guys still do it and I don't understand why. When you see them, you keep going about your business and you keep focusing on yourself.
And he, of course, got what the F did it? He started cussing and yelling, what's your problem? And I looked at him and he actually then crossed a couple cars down from my car and he didn't come anywhere near me.
Bruh.
He crossed a couple cars down from my car and was like, continuing to cuss and say, what's your problem?
The guy was so embarrassed at that point, and I would have been too. That's why he was so defensive. Nobody likes to be yelled at.
And I said, you do not approach women in a parking lot. I just kept saying, do not approach me. You do not approach women in a parking lot, yelling it. No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot. Ever. No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot.
Now you have a few options. You can either stay single, let him approach you, I guess, or just go overseas.
But wait, there's more.
The amount of guys that are triggered by my last post is unhinged, absolutely unhinged. Stay safe out there, ladies, because if you don't keep you and yours safe, no one else is going to.
No, the issue is you overreacted and you don't want to admit you overreacted.
A few moments later.
I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that has sent me a positive message or a note of encouragement. As you know, I have been getting a lot of negative feedback, especially from guys that just don't seem to understand the purpose of my message. I'm really not against men.
Are you serious?
There are just a lot of situations where it's more important for a woman to prioritize her safety and the safety of her child over being nice to somebody.
The thing is, she didn't expect to get the backlash she got, and now she's moonwalking. I mean, she did overdo it, and she didn't need to go that far. All she did was embarrass the guy, probably for no reason.
You do not approach women in a parking lot.
The way I think about it is either I'm ugly, which is why guys don't talk to me, or I'm too attractive that they're intimidated, which is why they don't talk to me. And I don't think I'm ugly, so I'm gonna go with option number 2.
Stop the cap.
Those modern women are so delusional. They tell themselves all kinds of lies that don't even make sense. She doesn't get approached for a lot of reasons, but it's not because she's too attractive.
How have you approached a guy in the past?
I saw a guy out once and I just saw him walking by, I just grabbed his arm and I was like, hey, which is the exact way I would want, not just a, hey, how are you? Something as simple as that.
What would have happened if a guy did the same thing? Could you imagine that?
That would work if a man went around and just grabbed a lady's arm.
No, that's what I said. I maybe wouldn't like to be grabbed and maybe I shouldn't have done that, but